All right, we are going to look at number 3. It says using the rational zeros theorem to find all zeros, so that's what our goal is. We're trying to find all the zeros. The function below has at least one rational zero. Use this fact to find all zeros of the function. So here we go. We have 3 steps to complete. Step 1 is we are going to do the rational zero theorem, which means we're doing P over Q. Step 2 is synthetic division to help us simplify so that we can do the quadratic formula. Which is formula. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. So I'm going to go to a separate sheet of paper just because we know from class this is going to get lengthy. So here we go. This is number 3. Step 1. The problem is h of x equals 3x cubed minus 8x squared plus 8x minus 5. All right, so the rational zeros theorem said, says we're going to divide P by Q. But remember, P is your constant. Q is your leading coefficient with the largest exponent. All right, boom. In this case, what is P? And what is Q? Very good. Now we're going to list out our multiples of -5. Well, that can be plus or minus 1. That can also be plus or minus 5. What about for 3? Now I'm going to list them out as a group. Plus or minus divided by plus or minus 1 is going to get me plus or minus 1. Plus or minus 1 divided by plus or minus 3 is going to give me plus or minus 1 over 3. Plus or minus 5 divided by plus or minus 1 is going to give me plus or minus 5. Plus or minus 5 divided by plus or minus 3 is going to give me plus or minus 5 over 3. And that takes care of all of them. We did step 1. We're moving on to step 2, which is synthetic division. Synthetic division, we're going to take each one of these and divide them by our equation. We have positive 1 divided by 3, negative 8, 8, and negative 5. What we're doing is trying to get a 0 as our remainder. When we do when we do synthetic division, first you're going to bring down your 3. 3 times 1 is 3. Negative 8 plus 3 is negative 5. Negative 5 times 1 is negative 5. 8 minus 5 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. That does not give me a remainder that I need. So then now we got to go on to negative 1. We just did positive 1. Now we're going to do negative 1. Here we go. 3, negative 8, 8, negative 5. Bring down that 3. All right. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Negative 8 minus 3. Oh, sorry, I was looking at something. All right, negative 8 minus 3 is going to give me negative 11. Negative 11 times negative 1 is 11. 8 plus 11 is 19. 19 times negative 1 is negative 19. Negative 5 minus 19 is not 0, and that's what I need. All right. Let's get positive negative 1/3 for now. And let's try positive negative 5. Starting with positive 5 first. Three, negative 8, 8, negative 5. Bring down that 3. 5 times 3 is 15. Negative 8 plus 15. 7. 7 times 5 is 35. 35 plus 8 is 43. 43 times 5, I know I'm not going to get a remainder of 0. Not 0. Okay. Let's try negative 5. Three times negative 5. Negative 23. I think this gets me, this will be 15, 115. 123. It's just getting bigger. I know it's not a remainder of 0. All right. Let's try positive 5/3. It's a fraction, but hopefully it is somewhat nice to us. Three, negative 8, 8, negative 5. Bringing down my 3. 3 times 5/3 is 5. Negative 8 plus 5 is negative 3. Negative 3 times 5/3 is negative 5. 8 minus 5 is 3. 3 times 5/3 is 5. Negative 5 plus 5 is 0. Finally. So I can rewrite this part right here as my quadratic form. So this is going to give me 3x squared minus 3x plus 3. Now that I have that, step 3 says to use the quadratic formula. Here we go. We had 3x squared minus 3x plus 3. What's A? What's B? What's C? Very good. Negative B. Negative B is negative 3 plus or minus the square root of b squared. B is negative 3 squared minus 4 times a, which is 3, times c, which is 3, all over 2 times a, which is 3. Now I'm just going to simplify it. Negative times a negative is going to give me a positive 3. Negative 3 squared is going to give me 9. 4 times 3 times 3 is going to get me 36. All over 6. 3 plus or minus the square root of 9 minus 36 is negative 27 over 6. Now, this negative cannot be underneath the square root. Even if you type it in the calculator, I think it tells you undefined or error or something like that. So let's take that negative from underneath the square root. If you remember, the square root of a negative 1 is going to get you I. So this can change to I square root of 27. All over 6, of course. All right, so let's simplify that square root. What times what would get you 27? 3 and 9. This could even break off to 3 and 3. I can go in, get twin out of jail. But who has to stay in jail is that other 3. So you have 3 plus or minus 3i, because that came out, the square root of 3, because they had to stay in jail, all over 6. We're almost done. I can simplify this. When I simplify this, it gives me 1 plus or minus I square root of 3 over 2. So when you write your final answer, one of your answers should be 5/3 coming from the beginning in step 2 when we did the quadratic formula, the synthetic division. Step 5/3, you should also have 1 plus I square root of 3 over 2. 1 minus I square root of 3 over 2. They might be picky about your I's and make you write them like this. Just make sure that I is not underneath the square root.